You look good. Can you state your name for the record, please?
My name is Robert Peterson.
And how old are you?
51.
Oh, so technically you're older than Keith.
I'm older.
How much older are you? Like a whole year?
A year, maybe?
Oh my gosh. So, do you have any advice for what it's like to turn 50?
Yeah, basically just put the date behind you and move on.
Do you have like ailments,
Joint aches, receding hairline, gray beard, obviously.
Okay.
But that's about it. Life's pretty good.
Okay. Well, that's good. All right. So now we're on to tell me about when did you meet Keith and what were your first impressions of him?
So I'm pretty sure the very first time I met Keith was at a Rush event, and we were in, I think, the Rutgers Student Center or somewhere there, and I just remember Keith coming in and he was new to Rutgers. I think he was just transferring in from Raritan Valley, and my first thought was, I just remember he was very serious. He seemed to have his act together pretty well and seemed like a really interesting person that I would like to get to know better and would definitely extend an invite bid to.
You had a conversation with him?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what we talked about, but it probably lasted a couple of minutes. And, obviously I knew he was transferring and coming in from Raritan Valley. But again, my first thoughts were he was pretty solid kid and put together. Like he had his act together.
Good looking and...
Yeah, I didn't think about those things.
Okay.
No.
All right. Did Keith know Kara when you met him? Were they already together?
No, I don't think so. I don't remember the details of how he met Kara, but I remember meeting her. I think she was in a sorority. He was in the fraternity. I think that's how they met. It might have been at one of the social events, I think. I'm not sure.
All right. Cool. Did you and Keith have any classes together?
No, I don't think so. I think I was a year ahead of Keith, I think, and he was in a little bit different major. He was like an environmental major, and I was more a bio major. We really didn't have a lot of classes together at that point in time.
Okay. Did you ever study together? You didn't do any like all-nighters at the library?
Not that I can remember. I wasn't really an all-nighter at the library kind of a guy.
Okay. Was Keith?
He was a more serious student.
Okay. So he's smarter than you?
I'm not saying that.
Did you and Keith ever live together?
Yes. Yeah, we lived together in a house in Piscataway.
But not in college? Not as college roommates in the same...
No.
All right. So what was your Piscataway house like? Who else was there?
Scott was there. Eric, we called Wheezy, and I think there was one other person.
Okay. Do you have any memories from that house?
Yeah, I have a lot of memories. We were pretty frugal. We used to like to shop, grocery shop and cook our own meals. And Keith introduced me to how to use the wok and cook rice. He taught me how to cook rice.
Like boiling water and...
Yeah, but there's a
adding
technique.
rice?
Yeah,
Okay.
but there's a technique. And it was perfect rice every single time.
Excellent.
And Keith will remember, hopefully he'll remember when we went and got our pipes in Westfield, and the advice from the guy was to pack it loose and smoke it slow. And then Wheezy burned a hole in the back seat of my car on the way home.
What? Now, did you guys have any nicknames for each other? Not just you and Keith, but like the whole gang? What were some of the nicknames?
Well, Scott was Scooter. I was usually Petey. Keith was Bobo. We call him that. I think Keith and Kara, they sometimes we called them KB squared.
Mm-hmm.
Mo.
back seat just now?
Oh, Wheezy.
Wheezy?
Yeah. Eric Weissman, I think was his name.
Did you have a redheaded kid that you called something?
Not that I can remember.
Okay. Those are all the nicknames that you remember?
Most of them. Yeah. The good ones, the clean ones.
The clean ones. This is the children who will be watching this. So tell me about the trips to the shore and what they were called and what you remember about them.
So the trips to the shore, they were like off season. They were the He-Man Woman Haters weekend, and that was pretty fun. We would get a keg of like Killian's Irish Red and a case of Guinness, and we would make blackened hands all weekend. Each person got one piece of paper towel for the weekend for whatever your needs were.
A roll of paper towels?
One piece. That was yours for the weekend, and the rest of the roll became the Zamboni for picking up spills.
Were there a lot of spills?
There were a few, yeah. And
One piece of paper towel.
one piece of paper towel.
Do you have any special memories of the He-Man Woman Haters Club?
Yeah, I remember one weekend, or one of the events, I lost a toenail. I got dragged out of the top bunk, and I snagged it on something or whatever, and I just tore off, and that was pretty nasty.
Wow.
Getting sand in it and salt water.
Do you have that toenail now?
It grew back.
Okay. All right, so you were in Keith and Kara's wedding?
Yeah, Keith and Kara, they asked me to be, in their wedding. Keith asked me to be his best man, and that was a real honor to do that for them. And I have fond memories from that event. That was a great time.
Did you ever go on any of Keith's backpacking or camping adventures?
Yeah, we went on a few adventures. You were on one of them, I think.
I was.
And yeah, Keith was way more of an outdoors guy than I was. He could handle the outdoors way better than I could.
Do you have any thoughts about, like, were you scared on all the trips, or just the one into the Appalachians that
The one on the Appalachians,
no,
that
the
was
Adirondack.
the Appalachian Trail.
Right.
That was like our own little version of Deliverance right there.
Did you ever see Keith angry or mad?
Keith had a pretty even keel. He had a good control over his temper, so I can't really say I remember him getting too hot too often.
Okay.
He was pretty good.
You never really annoyed him beyond?
No, I tried a few times, but I think he did a pretty good job keeping cool.
So I know that you brew beer now, and I guess that started back in the day with Keith, maybe?
Yeah, actually, I think I brewed my first batch of beer there in Piscataway, I think.
Was that his first time too, and you guys just all figured it out together?
Yeah, maybe. I don't remember. I think so. Yeah, and we brought we made a few batches there. We actually bought a bottling kit, a kegging kit actually. I don't think we actually used it, but yeah, it was good.
Cool. You have any final thoughts and wishes?
Yeah, just thanks for the trip down memory lane. Thank you. Make sure you give your wife a big hug because she was the inspiration for this video. And I hope you enjoy your 50th birthday, great milestone. And you got a lot to be. I'm sure you got a lot to be thankful for, and I know you've been very successful. So, great job, Keith.